beeswax candle. Fire, heat the blade, rub it down, get your edge, get the back, hold it in there at the heat so it'll drip, and once it drips, put it back on your candle. You can save a little bit of wax. Beeswax is hard to come by sometimes. So basically, take 400 sandpaper and water, or actually probably going to do oil. 400 sandpaper and oil. Just some oil to keep your sandpaper from getting eaten up. Run 400, clean it up real good. Run 800, clean it up real good. And then run 1,000, clean it up real good with water. Once you get done doing that, get a really clean towel, and it's a B12, acetone, paint thinner, lacquer thinner, some sort of spirits. Clean your blade, get all the grease off of it. You don't want any other stuff. It's like welding. So once you get it clean, take and put it in your coffee solution, your instant coffee. Drop it down to the hilt. It's not really going to do anything to the brass if you have a brass hilt. I can't remember what that's called. It'll really affect the iron dense parts, which is all the rust that you see here. It's got a lot of iron. The little dark spots are going to come out of the cracks. And for the first couple of times you pull it out, descale it with some 1,000 grit sandpaper. Put it back in once it's clean with water. Try to use distilled water. Once you put it back in there, leave it for a while. I did mine overnight. Pull it back out. When you get down to the last time that you're going to put it in and pull it back out, just take it, put it in some water, some clean water, wave it around, get it real good. Don't rub on it because you might rub some of the black off. Then put this thing in the fire, get all the water to vaporize off with the heat. Once the blade starts to get warm, you can start putting the beeswax on it. Make sure you get it all the way down here too, so that some can get inside of there and keep it from rusting where the blade meets the handle. If there are any holes like this one has, it'll fill with wax. Once you get a good coat of wax on it, leave it in there hot. Once it's dripped all down to the sides, these are done. These are the hardest part. Once everything else is done, then you hold it this way to make it drip to the point. Once it drips to the point, then you just dab the point onto your old school candle and do that for a while until all the excess coat has come off. Once the excess coats come off, then you can take it and you can hang it like that. And you'll have a wax coat on there. After the wax coat has set and basically cured, take a microfiber polished cloth and try to get a brand new one if you can. Microfiber polished cloth, and just polish in the direction that you sanded it, so that way the sheen is apparent. If you want it to sheen looking at it this way, you would sand this way. If you want, like what I did, to sheen this way, you would sand this way, polish in the same direction that you sanded. Your sheen will be a lot better. Makes your chromes more chromy. Alright, so I think that's everything I needed to know. I just took on this endeavor, found some really nice knives that needed some love on them, or they were not going to be worth much, not too long. They hadn't been properly finished. They're really nice knives, they just weren't finished. So I just finished them. So you can see, you can't even see the Damascus in the blade part where it's sharpened. Once we start to etch this, the pattern will come out of that side too. And that's one of the coolest parts about this process. You don't have any crazy chemicals, and it comes right out of the kitchen. And it leads me to believe that I do not want to drink instant coffee. They say that the Nestle Classico coffee, instant coffee, is the jams for this. The one I'm using is Medaglia d'Oro Espresso Instant Coffee. And I used about 3/4 of the jar that it came in, and then fill the rest up with water to about here. And once I put the blades in, it rises up to here. And it doesn't take too long. The more you work with it, the more you'll see how it works, and the more you'll get what you want out of it. Happy day.